Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the Paradigm AI Smoke Woods and Irons from Callaway.
We're here at the 15th, right here with Peter Malnati, last week's winner at the Valspar Open in Innisbrook in Tampa. This hole today, what are these guys facing? We just had Billy Horschel kind of give us a walkthrough on how difficult the shot can be.
Yeah, I mean, when we played it earlier, the wind was probably blowing about 10 miles an hour and it's kind of in off the right. And the biggest thing is just getting it past pin high. If you come up short and left, it spins off and could go in the water. So the biggest thing is getting it past pin high, and then you're not in too much trouble. But that obviously can be tough judging the wind.
Well, it's not going to be hard to find this golf ball. Oh, this might be what you're talking about, Wyndham.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah, so if that stays on, I mean, even if that, so that misses, that's honestly not that tough of an up and down. I think he'll get that up and down. It's kind of uphill into the green and with some wind to help him.
So you're really just trying to avoid that short left miss today. Is that the one that's...
Yeah, so my caddy, John, and I think the pin's, gosh, I want to say 141 or something like that. And we were trying to hit a 150 shot, which, and like a trapped 150 shot with a 9-iron. And we were trying to get it past it because as long as you do that, you're fine. And, fortunately today we actually birdied this hole.
Okay, Will Zalatoris next to play. Expect to see some type of flighted shot.
Yeah, I mean, Will's one of the best in the game at this shot. I always am in awe when we play in wind when I play with Will.
Yeah, this looks pretty familiar.
Yep. That's perfect. So if that comes back, so he hit it above the ridge there. Which, I mean, honestly, is not a bad shot. He just missed the ridge, I feel like, by a couple yards, and if he hit it, you can see he's pissed. If he hit the ridge, it would have gone to gimme.
He striped it for sure. And this next guy, Scottie Scheffler, the guy you battled it a couple weeks ago at the Players' Championship, and you've kind of talked about he has set the bar, and he's the guy everybody's chasing.
Yeah, he's not very good with his iron game, so I don't expect a good shot here. But no, he's unbelievable. I mean, it's amazing. He's playing in the tougher of the waves with the wind, and he's still in contention. It's honestly unbelievable.
Well, this is an 8-iron on the way.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's going to catch that ridge. Should keep creeping. Oh man, it didn't come back more. Wow.
It's pretty easy following Scottie Scheffler and Wyndham Clark around as a walker. I really just kind of look in a particular area. For the most part, that's where the golf ball ends up. Y'all are really easy to follow out there on the ground, and Scottie being one of them.
Well, he makes it look easier than me, I think. Let's see if the boys look over at us.
Yeah, a little tip of the cap. Little tip of the cap. These guys are friends. They've been U.S. President's Cup, Ryder Cup teammates, and I'm sure that's been a really cool part to get to know the players as well, being in these team rooms with these guys.
Yeah, that's honestly been one of the most fun parts about playing in the team events is just you get to know the guys and you see them away from the golf course. You get to meet their families, and you have so many fun. I have so many fun memories from that Ryder Cup of, us going to the Coliseum at 6 a.m. on our visit there for the practice round. So I mean, just little things like that I'll hold dear to my heart for the rest of my life.
No, absolutely. And this crowd is finally kind of waking up here. We've seen a lot of celebrations for birdies, pars on this hole. It's a great little setup, and it's a diabolical little hole.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's fun that they made it a stadium because this green is pretty epic, and I traditionally have not done so well here. Not on this tournament, but on this hole. Last year, I think my worst score was a 5, which is my best score for my worst score of the years I played here. I think I've made a 6 and an 8 here. So I've had some issues. But this overseed makes it a lot easier than years past with the dormant Bermuda.
And before Peter Malnati hits his shot, below the green surface, similar to the 15th, Wyndham Clark, this is the 11th hole at the U.S. Open. How good was this flop shot?
Probably all-time best flop shot of my life. And I honestly, it's so funny, when it was in the air and landed, it kicked correct, like exactly how I wanted. I was like, oh my God, I made it. And in my mind, I even said it. I think I said I made it. And I mean, to get that up and down was, I almost stole one there. So it was pretty awesome.
Well, what do you expect here? Do you expect the bump from right here? He's kind of rehearsing one that he's going to fly onto the green to chase it.
Yeah, so he has a good amount of green to work with. Like I said, it's into the green, kind of a little uphill. So this should be like a medium height spinner. I honestly expect a good shot from Peter here.
Oh, Wyndham Clark's got a future in TV, you guys.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I just call it as I see it.
I love it. Would you say that shot, the flop shot on the 11th hole at LACC, was it that one or the shot you hit on 14, that second shot on the par 5? Which one of those two do you think at the time was more important?
I mean, equally important. You know, I mean, this shot, you know what's funny is I'm not the best with 3-woods off the deck, and, you know, I was so in between clubs, and so I try to just hit a huge cut 3-wood, and to maneuver it in there in that short little area. And
how far was it?
It was like, we were, I want to say 285 or something, but it was downwind, and so I didn't think 3-iron could get there. And if you missed short and right, you couldn't get up and down. So we went with hitting a cut 3-wood that if I pulled it and went long, I'd be able to get up and down. You know,
Wyndham, as you can probably, I'm a pretty big guy here. You know, 285. I actually think about 3-irons all the time downwind, just like you. As we watch Will Zalatoris putt for birdie. Much in this?
You know, I didn't putt from here, but it's downhill and downwind, so it actually is going to be pretty fast and should be down grain. As you can see, it's kind of racing by a little more than he probably wanted. I mean, that's a fast putt right there.
Yeah, just trickles by 2.5 feet. That was a range that gave him problems in the past, where I feel like this long putter. Have you had a chance to play with Will since he's made this switch?
You know, what's so funny is everyone, everyone talks about, even Scottie, but Will and Scottie, that their putting is their biggest weakness. And I mean, relative to how good they hit the ball, sure, it's a weakness, but statistically it's not that bad. And Will is amazing from like 10 to 20 feet. He makes so many putts from 10 to 20 feet. You know, I think the short ones clearly have given him some demons, but I think he is putting better, and I think this long putter really helps him.
All right, Scottie Scheffler, much in this putt?
Well, he just saw the line on TV, so he should know where to putt. I don't think he should have a problem.
That would screw me up.
And
looked like he thought he made it as well.
Yeah, I thought so
speed.
too, honestly.
Perfect speed. And another putt that had a little bit more speed was your putt on the 18th hole at the Players. I hate to bring it back up as we try to turn the page from that moment, and we're gonna roll this in here. Have you thought about this putt much in the last couple weeks?
You know what's funny is I was obviously devastated. I mean, I can't believe it didn't go in. And you know what's funny is you watch it and it looks like it was low, but from my perspective, if they had like a view of it, it broke so much in that last foot that, I mean, I thought it was center cup, and then I thought it was inside left, and then obviously it lips out. But after about 2 hours after that, I got over it. I'm being dead serious. I mean, I was devastated and it hurt, but I believe that more good things are going to happen. And, you know, maybe I missed one there, but I make one later down the road.
And Peter Malnati, nice up and down, like you said.
What was that? Was he trying to say it's inside the leather?
I don't know. Maybe he was expecting for us to give him the putt similar to the old Justin Thomas one that we saw a couple times at some of these matches.
I mean, that's what we see at Wisprock when I'm playing the amateurs. They're like, hey, isn't this inside the leather?
Okay, Will Zalatoris, just about 3 feet left. This is where he used to write his name on the way back, but I actually think I've loved the way he looks with this broomstick putter.
Yeah, you know, I sometimes maybe don't watch guys that struggle from the short distance because I don't want to get any of my own demons, so I'm going to gladly turn away.
There you go, right in the center. Wyndham, have you ever taken us to commercial?
No, I've never taken anyone to.
Well, how about we do it together? We're here at the 15th hole, Wyndham Clark. We're going to be back here to watch plenty more golf here at the Houston Open.